Watch me cook some stew fish as I continue part 3 of my story. So during my stage that I went into labor, my deceased uncle and my cousin had taken me to the hospital. I went through a really tough labor. I ended up had to get blood transfusions. I had a episiotomy as well. I was in the hospital for basically more than a week. The time I came home from the hospital, I was so frustrated because my son had colic and was constantly crying. So I remember when he came to the hospital and my cousin were there, and I remember my cousin telling him, she said, "Boy, you can't say this child is not yours. This child come out splitting image." And yet still that didn't make him change his behavior towards me. I came home to a dirty house. This man never helped me in any way. And when I do ask for help, he was like, "Who tell you to skin up your leg and make child?" So after 3 weeks of giving birth, I remembered he asked me to see me naked. Now when I was pregnant, I had a really huge belly. So when I came and I gave birth, my belly was really soft and squishy and I had a lot of stretch marks. And I remember he watching me and he said, "You, who going to want you now? Look how you're looking." And my self-confidence went from maybe a 5 to a 0. This man destroyed my entire self-confidence in myself. So during my healing stage, I weren't able to heal properly because he ended up ripping out my stitches, forcing me to have intercourse with him. I remember crying and I told him, I said, I have to wait until a couple weeks because the stitches is not healed properly. And he refused to listen. So as women, we go through a lot of things and we even look past a lot of red flags when we end up in relationships. And this is the reason why I shared my story, because a lot of women, they end up in relationships like these and they hang on and they try to fix things, and sometimes it's unfixable. But I'm thankful that I came out from that relationship. I ended up giving this man a second baby, so we have 2 children together, and it took me 7 long hard years to be able to come out and heal myself from all the hurt and the pain that I faced in my first relationship. It took me years after my husband and I, came together to be able to find myself, to find who I was, to be able to embrace the me. And that's what that relationship had done to me. And even though I passed that stage in my life, it's still stuck with me 18 plus years till now. And that's why you would always see me serenade my husband, because he had a big part to play with my recovery. He helped me boost my self-confidence in my body as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little story and my recipe as well. See you guys in my next video as usual.